What's up, you guys? You already know. It's Deanna Marie coming to kick it with you for a minute right quick. And I mean that, literally. Like, I'm serious. Okay, right. So, check this out, y'all. So, disclaimer. I don't have any glasses with me. So, I'm getting them. And I know, hi, Patty. How you doing? How y'all doing? Hey, Mark. See what the I've been working on that because sometimes, like the and Mark, you see how Mark, you don't know it. So I'm like, hey, Mark. That's right. So anyways, you guys, I've had this head cold for like a week. Oh, I woke up this morning. Thank you, Lord, first of all, that I woke up this morning, so I will not complain. Oh, no. But I can acknowledge, oh, yes, that I had such a congestive headache. Oh, it's really still there. It's really still there. Oh, it's so stressful. Anyways, I gotta just tell you guys something right quick. So, okay, for real. And I'm even in my PJs. Like, I'm serious. You guys, this stuff is real talk. I got on my little slippers and everything. Like, this is no joke. Like, so anyways, so if my eyes flinch a little bit, it's just because of these lights. So you guys can see me. I know it's so important, right? It's just because, you know how if you have a headache on one side, you'll start twitching a little bit. So I might do that. So I'm just saying, oh, God bless you. Everyone, just say a silent prayer for Elizabeth, for she knows I couldn't see. Oh, no. So, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Okay, you guys, so I'm reading this book, right? Y'all so crazy. So I'm reading this book called The Four Agreements, okay? It's by Don Miguel Reyes, right? And the four agreements are, number one is to be impeccable with yourself. To be impeccable with yourself. That's kind of deep, you guys, because he suggests that a lot of us look for other people and other things to fulfill us. But really, we're not fulfilled. Now, this is just his suggestion. I thought it was pretty cool because I'm on here sharing it with you. Is that we lie to ourselves. We're not even impeccable to ourselves, let alone how can we ever be truly impeccable to someone else. So what does that look like? So, and it was on Oprah's life class, and then I read the book last week. So it was so good. But, so Oprah had like an aha moment. So she said, for example, so this is an example of being impeccable to yourself, okay? She said, I told myself I'm going to work out for 30 minutes before I got here, But then I just said, no, I'm going to cut it short and, But she said if she had told somebody else that she was going to work out with them, she would be there for the full 30 minutes. But because it's herself, she tends to cut corners and just kind of puts herself back, kind of, when it comes to doing something for her. So he suggests that number one, we should be impeccable with ourselves. And this is just a little snippet. Like, for me, this book was like a life changer. Like, wow. But it's going to get deeper in a second. So number two is to never assume. You don't want to assume anything, because if you take on an assumption, he suggests that we all kind of live on assumptions because we don't want to talk and communicate with each other. So we assume different things and we create these stories in our heads that really that's all it is in our head, and these presumptions and in these things. And because we don't want to talk to each other. But again, it's because we haven't been impeccable to ourselves. Y'all start to see how this is working. This is like really great. It's like, so I said, number three is never take anything personally. You can't take things personally. So often we take things personally, and I know I'm completely guilty of it. But this book has really, I don't know, just opened up my eyes a little bit on just another realm. I like to go in and out spaces and time and different things like that in my mind, in my private time, in my space. And so this was a good one for me. You can't take things personally. If someone tells you that they're going to do something, hi Regina, how you doing? If someone tells you that they're going to do something and they don't do it, or it's not necessarily because of you. It's really because of them and their lack of maybe assuming or not being impeccable to themselves. You understand? You see how this thing goes. And so this whole paradigm of us not, it all goes back to ourselves and how we're not impeccable to ourselves. But we have these expectations of our children, of the world, of our workplace, our different things to fulfill us in places that we haven't even began to delve in for ourselves. So we have to understand that it's there before we can delve into it. It's kind of like, and I know this is kind of like a shameless plug, but it is what it is. It's kind of like voice lessons. A lot of people don't even know what their voices can do. They tell themselves a story. They presume that they know what they're talking about, and they've never even tried to stretch the instrument to its full capacity, right? So it's all about knowing something is there first and then wanting to go deeper into it, right? And so this thing called life, it really fascinates me, and I really look to grow in every facet every single day. I really try to just to expand my mind, my horizon, and my understanding of not only myself but of people and the things that I have gone through. I'm in constant reflection, and I don't think everything happens for a reason. Nothing happens by chance. So I often think about the people that I might have passed that day, or if it's someone new that's following the show, and I go and look at their maybe what country they're from, and see why did our paths cross? What is it that I said that made you come to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly, so you see, this is a constant thing. And let me just get to the fourth one. And the fourth one is to always do your very best. Always do your very best. But see, and that's number 4, right? But if we're not impeccable to ourselves, right? And if we assume things and we take things personally, how can you be your best self? It's not possible. It's not possible, you see. So one of my babies, y'all know I have a teen program, BINK, B-I-N-K, and I just have a passion for teens. I was an at-risk teen myself, and I just love to hear them for what they're really saying. A lot of times, people don't do that, including their parents, and it's very difficult for them, and it creates a coffin-like space for them, a straitjacket, if you will. And so I like to be a place of solace for everyone, but I have a particularly soft spot in my heart for teens. So one of my babies, I sent her, we were talking, oh my gosh, God is funny. Yeah, I can't even tell y'all, but it's funny. So one of my babies, I sent her, hi Dawn, I was just about to talk about y'all. Look at God. Hi Lisa, how you doing? Dawn, it's funny that you popped on. You see, you guys, I love you, Dawn. It's so funny. Let me give you an inside joke. I mean, an inside view on what just happened. You see, so Dawn, I'm just about to speak of her daughter, and Dawn and I have not really been. We're friends always. I love her. I love you. You know that. You know, and you know, one of those friends that if you don't talk to for years, or you get out of touch, y'all see each other and y'all can just be. She one of them, right? So we haven't talked in years. It's been years since we have, and I think this is the first time that I've seen her on when I've been on. So I'm just about to talk to y'all about her daughter. You understand how nothing happens. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason and a season and a time. Now, it's up to us to reflect on each person and thing in space and time, and not necessarily throw it away like trash. So anyway, so Dawn, this is what I was about to tell y'all. I'm getting ahead of myself. So Shayla Marie, my baby, our baby, you know what I'm saying? I sent her this book, the first chapter of this book I'm telling you guys about that's like a life changer, and the book is called The Four Agreements. The Four Agreements. It's another book called The 5 Agreements, and I think it's a 3. But this is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Reyes, okay? And I sent her, because it moved me so much, because it's so deep, and I sent her the first chapter of the audiobook. I went and found it on YouTube, and I sent it to her. And probably less than 3 minutes, she said, oh no, this guy is He's of the Church of Scientology. I can't listen to that. Right? Okay. So it just so happened that last week I was studying Scientology, and not like that, I didn't know what it was. And so, of course, I had to pull up a documentary, and when I found something, I was like, oh my gosh, what is it? And so, it just grew, right? So I said to her, and not, and not looking into it like for myself, I'm just, like I said, I'm always looking to grow. I want to know what's around me. I want to know what's in the world, the people, how they think, why they think it. I'm just fascinated. I'm fascinated with how we get to where we go, right? So I tell her, read it. Listen to it. Everybody has value. Everybody has value. We can't just throw each other away like trash, you see, and expect to grow. And that's what we do. And I said, so would it be different for me to... So we're going to judge this person on a life choice. This is his personal life choice to do what we all have free will to do what we want to do. Do we not? We do, right? So we can't judge what he chose to do with his religion or his life and devalue what he's saying, because it's still real talk, you see. And so what we can do is we have to begin to extract the good out of everything, because it's a good in everything. Even if somebody play you to the left, even if somebody sucker you, you know what I'm saying? It's still something good that came out of it. So instead of looking at it as a bad thing, we have to extract the good things. What did you learn from it? So I told her, I said, no, we can't throw him away because of his personal choice, because maybe he had to go through that. Now, I didn't dig into his background yet, but I am, right? But maybe he had to go through that in order to tell us these 4 agreements. See, we don't know, you see. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, we throw each other away. We discount. We say people, they don't know anything because they didn't go to school. I said, but so would you be crazy? Would people be crazy to listen to me because I used to be a crackhead? Would people, you know what I'm saying? I said they would be crazy. I'm an enlightened one, you see. I know things. That'd be crazy. To say that she used to do this, so I can never listen to. Well, that'd be a disservice to yourself. And I'm not saying I know all be all, but I know a lot. And some of these things I had to go through, so then I can feel it, so I can put on the coat, so I can wear it, so I can know what it feels like to go through this and that. So I know. Then I can begin to relate to the people on all levels of life, you see? And so it's all for a reason. But as you go through the levels, of course, there's people that don't want you to succeed. There will be, it seems to be more people that will look down on you than lift you up, especially the people that you think are supposed to do it. But you see, sometimes it's God's way of telling you, you have to count on me. You see, we get disappointed with people. My mom should have done this. My dad should have done this. That's my sister. She shouldn't have done this. Or this is my best friend. Why this? Or my baby daddy, or whatever. But we haven't given ourselves that time. We haven't done whatever we're asking them for 9 times out of 10. Now, this is going to take you some time to think about this with you. I'm not talking about you and nobody else. I'm talking about with you. And talk about think about what have you given yourself? Have you given your all to yourself? Have you done that for yourself? Really? Because I've been on this diet for 10 damn years. You feel me? And you telling me you don't have any self-control enough? That's right. Because you can't. But see, the thing is, Dawn, we always have to recognize our part. You know, it's not to pay the rest of your life. If you Dawn was just basically saying she's not going to pay for the rest of her life for these disrespectful kids. Like, like I've tried, right? But sometimes, and I get it, and you don't have to. They grown and they can make their own decisions. And that's why it's so important, parents, that and I know sometimes when we become parents early, we can't even get any of this is what I'm talking about, because then you have no time because you have to now live for them, and you really trying to still develop yourself. So it's a lot of things that go into this, right? But we have to make sure that we know that we planted a seed. And so we have to be sometime patient for that and show them how to do it. And that's hard when they being disrespectful. I know. But that does not mean you're supposed to pay for it for the rest of your life. That means you ask God for forgiveness. You forgive yourself. You be a good example. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. So, but my point is, you have to love yourself. You have to sit down and figure out what it is. I'm talking to all of you, everybody. What is it that you like? What is it that you want for yourself? Where do you see your life going? People do not stop and do that for themselves. And then they be mad when their children don't do it, or they're upset because they're not going anywhere. But what? No, honey, you've never stopped and asked yourself these questions, but you're looking for a man or woman to fulfill, or both, whatever, to fulfill whatever it is that you're missing inside for you. But what I've learned from experience, and if you follow me at all, everything that I speak from is from experience. I like to say that because it's new people that come on and they not know. Yeah, listen, and we all working on it. The thing is, I know I jump, but the thing is, we're all working on it. The thing is to keep that thing intact so it's tangible. You want to grab a hold of whatever it is. But first of all, you must grab a hold of yourself. You must be so at peace with yourself that anything else that God allows you to have, or anyone else, that it's just extra. It's just extra, If I get $1 million tomorrow, would it make some things easier in my life? Oh, yes, it would. But I'm at such peace with myself. And I'm in such humility with myself, because I've been looking in that mirror that a lot of people avoid, that many people avoid. Don't think you're the only one, because I promise you, most people avoid that mirror, because that's a bitch. And I know it's Sunday, but it's a bitch. To that mirror, that thing where you look at inside and you look at your ways and who you are and the things that's kind of hard. It's a hard thing to do. But that's why you have to do it. Because how will you ever recognize and admit that, hi Nick, how you doing? How will you ever realize your full potential if you don't take in the things and the people that have left your life? Why did they leave? What did I do? Did I do something? Am I expecting something from them that I didn't give to myself? See, these are the probing questions I don't believe many people ask themselves. Hence, we have the problem. We have this problem. And so that's why I think this book, for me, the 4 Agreements, is just right on point. It was right on point for me. In the 4 Agreements, and I'm just going to reiterate those for the people that's just coming on. The 4 Agreements is to be impeccable with yourself. Never take anything personal. Never assume anything. And always be your very best. And if we do these 4 things alone, it will change your life. But see, in the book, it breaks down what those 4 things are. Oh my God. I think we might do a listening or something. I think, you guys let me know, like, give me like a heart or something. If you want to, like, because we can do this together. Like, we can, like, I'll find the audiobook and we can play it. And it's like 12 minutes or something. The first, or 20, or whatever, however long. And we can just kind of talk about each one of them. Because I'm telling you, I really think that this book just the way it's said can bring you to new dimensions. You see, we work in layers here, people. People are so surface, but it's so many things going on in the waves of things that you can't even see that's going on in the universe. How you speak and how you treat people and how you treat yourself. It's the power of life and death is really in the tongue. This is real stuff. You guys just go to church every Sunday and say it, but y'all, this is real. Think about it. We have to really stop and start thinking about this kind of stuff. Because if we are impeccable with ourselves, that means that we're not going to keep lying to ourselves about certain things. I'm going to tell you something that oh my God. Like I told you, I've been on this diet for like 10 years. Oh my gosh. Like for real. Like for real, all I got to do is like probably just eat greens and I don't eat meat or anything. And so, you know what I'm saying? But I just be clowning sometimes. And therefore, I'm not where I want to be. How long you gonna lie to yourself? Oh my gosh. I love languages. You guys know I sing in 7 languages. I speak a little bit of 4 or 5, you know. But I really love French. Oh, I know. I went to school in Italy, but French is my thing. Like, I can pick up languages like that. Why haven't I learned one yet? Because I haven't been impeccable with myself. I've told myself I'm going to do it, but I haven't really been impeccable with myself. So how dare I expect you to be impeccable with me? That's just asinine. But that's just me. What do I know, right? Except a lot. Oh, I know. So anyways, to not take anything personally. Most of the time when somebody do something to you, they be on that BS. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's really them. You see, it don't got nothing to do with you, right? But we spend so much time and energy taking things personally that we never really even think. We don't get past because we be in our feelings like that. And listen, I'm guilty. I know. I'm working on it. So it's like, but really, it's really them. You know, I've been an entrepreneur now for a little over a year, and I've run into some interesting people and in the business outside, and it's just like, wow. And a lot of times, like, if it's a lot of times it's just not you. And a lot of times I would take things personally, or I would cry or wonder why this person told me that they were coming and they didn't, and they told me at the last minute, or they said that they would, and it don't got nothing to do with me. It really has nothing to do with you. So we can't take it personally. A lot of times that's just the person trying to figure themselves out and not even knowing they need to do that. Damn. That's it. So the book it says that don't take stuff personally. Be impeccable with yourself. Don't assume anything. This book suggests that we live on it's so good. It's so many things that's good. But it suggests that we live on assumptions because we don't talk to each other, right? And so therefore we don't even really know each other. You see, to know what a person, we could always, assuming it's just, why not when you can talk to them? So we have all this negative energy, all these things going against the principalities in the world, and all because we won't talk to each other. And we're going to assume because I saw that person before. I saw that person before. But I don't know if a lot of people have saw that person before. Everybody's different, you know? But we got to do better, people. We have to do better. You can't assume anything about anybody. Ask. Ask for real. And just think about it. Just think about how many things you didn't ask someone that you just kind of assume. We do it all the time. This is unsaid negative energy, but check this out. It's not unsaid because we say it to somebody else. And then this is black magic. This gossip, this thing that we spread like a disease in the world this is a force field of evil, invisible evil that's happening in the world that we don't even see in our communities and in our homes. That's the black magic. See, we got black magic thinking of, I don't know. And then maybe I'm saying it because it's October and everything. But let me just let y'all know, whoever is here, and that's what black magic is. Okay? I'm letting you know it's like from the source, okay? So we thinking black magic is one thing, and And really, we're doing it all day long. When we share negative posts, that's tearing somebody else down. When we say something bad about someone on social media, when we do, hi James, how you doing? These things are the invisible forces in the world that's killing us. When we assume things about other people and other things, this is where the problems begin, does it not? Think about it. Just think about it. You don't even have to decide right now. So, we have to do better. We have to and we have to do our very best. So you see, if we're not impeccable with ourselves, again, how dare us expect anyone else to be impeccable with us? If we assume things, we don't really know. We don't really ever know. So that's why you have to ask, because this is where confusion, this is where the poison, the brew of evil begins to come, you see. So when we have leaders that are evil, when we have in the church or in the president or whatever leadership, whatever, it began in a place that you don't even see. And it brewed into this. We do it. We do it to each other. You see what I'm saying? That's why you have to lift each other up and do better in your thoughts and what you're saying. Because the universe is listening. And everything that you say and everything that you think, it's either for you or against you, but it's happening. It's happening. So that's another secret. I'm letting it all out. You can believe it or not, but you can try it and see what I'm talking about. Okay. So then we have so if we assume things, right? And we take things personally. Because remember, 9 times out of 10, it's not about you. It's really about them. And you don't know what they're struggling with. And most of the time, we be in our feelings, and we don't even ask or even think about them. We're thinking about ourselves, right? Then how do we even get to 4, which is being the best self you can be? There's no way you're going to even get there. You don't have a chance. Don't even worry about it. But you really don't have a chance if you don't even stop and think about things like this. These are things that people avoid. But these are the very things that will help you grow exponentially. And I just thought I'd share it with you guys. I'm having a deep day and I'm still having a headache. But, I mean, honestly, yeah. I just wanted to put that out there. I thought it was a good point. I thought it was very well said. And I think I executed it well as well. So, I just want to let y'all know that it's always about growing. It's always about being your best self. Hi, Scott. How you doing? It's always about being your best self. But first, in order to be your best self, which is number 4, you got to be impeccable with yourself, which is number 1. And number 1, if we all sat and thought about it, we're really not impeccable with ourselves. We can't even get to 2, 3, and 4 because we're not impeccable with ourselves. Let's start there. So how can we expect our spouse or our brother or sister or our mother or father or our pastors and leaders, how can we expect them to give us something that we haven't even stopped to give ourselves? Shame on people. Shame on us. Oh, I know. I'm getting there, you guys. And I join you to come with me. Because I know so many people of all ages, colors and creeds that are so far from knowing and realizing the truth because they've never stopped to realize their own. Oh, God. And on that note, I'm done. That's all.